Welcome to Golf Talk with Tiff. Yes, that's me, Tiff, the lady golf teacher. What I will do here is build belief in you to accomplish your dreams for your golf. I'll be your mentor and give you the skills, strategies, and guidance to make it happen. Teed high, let it fly. Now let's get into today's episode. Hey there, Tiff, the lady golf teacher here, and welcome. Another new year. New beginnings. It's very exciting. I always get really excited about January and February because it's the beginning of the year. You start to, you go through that process of reflection and looking back at what happened last year, and some people like to say goodbye. I like to look back and see what great things have happened, and then what else great am I going to create in the upcoming year. So what we're going to be doing today is we're actually going to be looking at what you're going to focus on for this year. Now, we are going to go through a goal setting process, but it's going to be really different to probably what you're used to. I've developed my own way of goal setting this year, and the reason for that is because I've been going through a process the last 2 years really, and this process that I've been going through is all about, feeling good about myself, feeling happy every day, and looking for things to make me feel happy every day. So every day I have to do something that makes my heart sing. And so what the journey is going to be with the setting goals for us today and for the future is just really different from what I've done in the past. Usually I'm really heavily focused on what you've got to do for your golf and setting goals for your golf, and we'll be looking at that anyway. That's going to be part of the process. But I want you to look at other areas in your life as well, as like what are the things that you'd like to do this year or the next few years, and just getting you to start to think outside the box rather than feeling limited. And that's another big theme for me, especially this year, is that feeling of unlimitedness, feeling free, feeling unlimited, feeling that I can do anything, feeling strong and powerful, feeling really, really good about myself, doing things that make my heart sing, exploring new things in my life, doing a lot of things I haven't done before, go to places I've never been, all of that kind of thing. So it's looking at those areas other than just golf, because if you start expanding your mind, you start expanding your horizons rather than getting quite fixed in a little box, then all this amazing stuff starts opening up for you. And that's been a big journey that I've been on the last few years, is really working on creating happiness in my life every day, and really exploring and expanding what I'd like to see happen in my life other than just being so intense and so focused on things, being open to new ideas, being open to new opportunities. I mean, even during COVID, just before we get into there's a side thing even before we get started, but even during COVID, I went through a process. I started to redo my golf swing. I cut it all back into little chunks and started to work on ways in which I could make it more mechanically efficient and easy, to hit, so that it's repeatable, and so that when I went out on the golf course, if I don't get an opportunity to play as often as I would like, then I can still repeat the action, and I can still get the same feel out of the shot. So, and you'll hear about all of that kind of thing, over the course of the year, and ways in which you can also look at how you're going to improve your golf. And also remember, I do golf tips as well, so they'll be coming out quite a bit over the next year as well. Keep your eye out for that. There is one that I've just recently released, so if you haven't had an opportunity to see that, look at that one. It's the easiest pitching lesson that you'll ever have. If you've got some time, go and have a look at that. It's only a few minutes long, but I really break it down and show you what to do there. So let's get into it today. Let's do something really amazing. you may be walking along listening to this, but when you get an opportunity, sit down, spend some time on your own in a nice quiet place, and also put some music on in the background. Like I find, I get onto YouTube and I listen to focus music and so on, so that it's, quite relaxing and calming, and it helps you get into a nice flow state. And, a flow state's always good because it creates momentum. And ideally that's what we want to create when we play golf and we play sport. But and anything else really that we do is create momentum. So if you can do that, like after you've listened to this, go back through it again and then go through the questions, put on some music in the background, and then run through these, you'll find that there's this new interesting and creative environment that opens up for you. So be kind to yourself this year, be happy with yourself this year, but be kind in the sense of, let's start off in a good way. Okay. Now I have given it a bit of time before I've actually recorded this this episode, because the past number of years when I've recorded goal setting sessions and so on, I tend to do it very early in January. And this year, the last couple of years, I haven't set goals straight away. I mean, last year I didn't even set goals at all for the year. My main theme for last year was just to be happy every day, because that was really the big focus that I wanted to create. It was happiness. But now I can get back into a much deeper level because I've created all these other things that I've wanted to create. So the process that we're going to go through now is something that I've developed mid-January. So I gave myself a bit of time to figure out how I was going to create this in a different way to help me set goals that are going to, really open up my world for me. But also then I could share that with you later. And being that it's the, early February, you get an opportunity. So if you haven't set any goals yet, don't freak out. It's all good. We'll do it today together. And I'd love to hear what you come up with after you've gone through this process. So before you start, make sure you've got a notebook for this one. Like I said, if you're walking around listening to this or driving, just listen to the questions, but just help you think about what you're going to do. But I want you to write down these questions as we go as well, okay? Because then it'll give you that space that when you are ready to go and work on it, you can answer these questions. So this is the first one, number one. What do I want my life to be over the next 10 years? And the reason that I'm asking you this way is is I want you to think about how you want to be as a human being, how you want to be and achieve and accomplish and all of those things that you want. And it doesn't mean that you have to accomplish all of these for the next 10 years. You might get through all of these in the next year. Or, next year when you redo your goals, you might do it, ask the same question. What do you want your life to be like over the next 10 years? All I want you to do is I want you to start thinking and expanding your mind in what you're wanting to create. And I'm going to give you some examples here of what I've put, like what I'd like my life to be like over the next 10 years. So here's things such as enjoy life and have lots of fun. Lots of cycling adventures, lots of golf adventures, lots of camping adventures. Feeling unlimited in everything I do. Keep getting fitter and stronger every day. Play in over 50s events for tennis and golf. Compete in cycling events around the world for my age group. Allow everything to come easily and freely and flow to me easily and freely. Have unlimited amounts of money to flow to me freely and easily to me. Renovate our house downstairs and have it look amazing and incredible. Add a deck around the house upstairs and enclose the front deck and make it as another part of the house. The beautiful view that we have of our house, from our house. Be offered incredible amounts of money to travel around the world. Inspire people to have amazing lives. Be and feel inspirational within. Having an amazing time and be happy every day. Have incredible amounts of energy. Travel exploring amazing areas. Have a lot of fun in life and all the time. Okay, so those are some examples of what I've come up with what I want the next 10 years of my life to look like. So that's what I want you to do, okay? That's number one. Make sure you've got that question written down. Number two, this next one is, again, looking at something a bit different. So this question is, what does life look like to me? Okay, I'll say the question again. What does life look like to me? And I want you to describe it in one-word answers. And the reason for that is I want you to describe the feeling of what life looks like to you. So to me, again, I'll give you examples of what I've put. Happy, fun, incredible, magical, passionate, ever-expanding, creative, exploring, kind, inspiring, beautiful, amazing, wonderful, intoxicating with excitement, abundant, receptive. There was one today that came up for me when I was doing yoga just today, and I felt quite euphoric. It was in the most incredible feeling. So when you get to the end of yoga, you go into Shavasana, which you go into a meditative state. The most incredible feeling that I've ever had was I went into this euphoric state, feeling like I wanted to float up into the air. It was so amazing. It was almost like, seeing pictures when your heart and your body's been pulled from like the chest and you're floating and you're being pulled up. That's the feeling that I had today. So I was like, oh, that's so euphoric. But the point I want to make here is I want you to describe in one word as what you want to be like, what you want your life to feel like each day. Okay? Now, once you've written down those answers, now it could be just one thing. You might just want to be happy, like I was, especially the last 2 years. My big focus has been on being happy every day. But if you've written, quite a few like I have, then this is actually going to then help what you're going to do next. Okay? So from that, and we'll say question 2B really, because then you're going to have an on-flow from what we've just done. But what I want you to do is look at each word that you described as how you want to feel for your life, and then I want you to write how you're going to do that. So for example, I put as one of them as I want to be happy. That's what I want my life to look like, happy. So the question I then ask is, how can I be happy? So I ask myself, how can I be happy? And then I write down all the things that make me feel happy. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples of these, just so that you know what I'm talking about, and then you can, let your mind explore and come up with all these amazing things. So how can I be happy? Make everything easy and fun. Go to the gym and train. Build fitness and athleticism. Have a beautiful, easy approach to the day. Travel. Have amazing adventures that excite me. Have unlimited money flowing freely and easily into my possession. Ian is healthy and happy every day. Ian's my husband, if you don't know, by the way. Have an amazing approach to every day. Feel strong within. Feel calm within. Live my days the way I want to live. Everything wants to feel easy and unlimited. Feel athletic and strong within. Have unlimited amounts of energy. Be creative and design things that I love. Build and create things. Expand my mind and learn new things. Life is always free and easy. Explore new places. So that's just me expressing the things that I could do that would make me feel happy. Okay? So I'll give you another one. Let's go with incredible. How can I be incredible? So how I can be incredible? By being me and being happy every day. There's a theme there, isn't there? Being happy. By being happy means I enjoy the days. When I enjoy the days, I enjoy my world. When I enjoy my world, I love being with people. I love to inspire them to be incredible. Create things from nothing and enjoy the creative process. Write the most incredible songs. Write the most incredible books. Write the most incredible poems. Write the most incredible speeches. Travel to the most incredible places. Ride to the most incredible places. Discover the most incredible places. Keep expanding and growing. Show others how they can be incredible. Be athletic, be strong, be healthy, be energized. Draw and paint the most incredible things. Renovate and create my dream home. Whew, I feel inspired just by reading that out. Whew. Okay, so as you can see, there's examples there. I want to give you one more actually. And there's a big thing too that I've been really focused on as well, is feeling magical, feeling, because you know when there's magic around, you feel like there's excitement, there's anticipation. And that was another one that I described of what I wanted to feel like. I wanted to feel magical. So I'm just going to read this one out to you as well. So how can I be magical? Create things from thin air. That's what magic is, isn't it? Create the most amazing inventions. Create the most amazing and incredible power from within. Have a genius mindset. Have a genius mind. Have incredible power. Be able to fly through the air easily. Be able to float up into the air on demand. Constantly connect with my inner being. Always feel magical. Give people the power of magic just by touching them on the shoulder or making eye contact with them. Have the magical power for people to feel calmness in my presence. Having the magical power for animals to feel calm in my presence. To have the creative power to create what I want whenever I want. To have the magical power to create at any given moment. When you start looking at, like, you know, and expanding your mind like that of the things that you'd like to be or feel, it's pretty incredible, isn't it? I love it. I've got to read you one more because I've just seen it and I've just seen the first line of what I've written, and I have to read you this one as well. So this one was also about being passionate. So how can I be passionate? To love myself unconditionally. To love me at all times. To have so much love of me when I look into the mirror. To love what I see. To love anyone that I see. To look for the love in everyone's eyes. To have unlimited energy. To feel amazing and unlimited about everything I see. To be excited about my life. To be excited and eager about each moment. To enjoy each moment of my life no matter what I am doing. To embrace life. To embrace each moment. To embrace each moment and enjoy where I am in each moment. To embrace everything that comes my way as it is always magical. To enjoy and embrace special moments. To always feel special. To always feel magical. To always feel magical to love. Whew, love it. So there's some examples of what you can do to help you come along this path of really just being much more open, feeling unlimited, and creating what it is that you want to create in your life. See, this is not just about golf, is it? This is about everything. It's not just about sport. It's about everything that you're doing and what you're wanting to create, okay? So that's what you want to be doing for that second question. So that will take quite some time, especially if you're like me. I actually wrote out quite a few words there of how I'd like to, you know, how I'd like my life to look like how I'd like it to feel. And there's, you know, I think there's about 16 words that I came up with. So it will take a bit of time to go through, but let yourself do that. Remember, it's an exploratory type or explorative type journey that you're going on with your goal setting. So I want you to feel creative. I want you to feel free. I want you to feel free and easy. I want you to feel magical. I want you to feel passionate. I want you to really create the things that you want to create. Okay. Now, number 3, this is really cool. Well, I think it's really cool. Number 3, what you're going to do here is, the question I'm going to ask you is, what magic will I create in the next 3 months? Okay. Or what magic will I create until the end of March? If you just do it up in quarters, if that makes you feel better. Some people like to work that way. I do too. So what we want to look at here is all the magic that you've just created in what you've done in 2 and 2B, in the sense of, well, really what also you've done in, being explorative in what you want to, what you want the next 10 years of your life to be like, but especially what you want your life to look like and feel like from question 2 and question 2B, with all those answers that you've created. What I want you to do here is for each one, so how can I be happy? How can I be fun? How can I be incredible? How can I be magical? Each one of those ones that you answered in detail, for example, how can I be happy? I put make everything easy and fun, go to the gym and train, build fitness and athleticism. I had a whole list of things that I wanted to do to make me feel happy. What I want you to do here is for each one that you've written out, like your category of happy, I want you to pull out one of those out of the happiness one. That's if you did happy, like me. And then I want you to take one of those lines or one of those comments that you made about how you're going to feel happy, and I want you to put in, that's part of what you're going to create in magic for the next 3 months. Then I want you to go to the next one. If you've done another one, like my first one was happy, and then I said I want to make everything easy and fun. That was the first line that I put for happy. So that's part of what I want to, that's part of the magic that I want to create over the next few months. The next one was fun. How can I be fun? Well, the first line was go on trips to places I've never been. So again, I've moved that across into my next 3 months of what I want to create. I want to go on trips to places that I've never been. The next one was incredible. I'm just giving you some examples here. Mine was incredible, of how can I be incredible? And mine said by being happy and being me every day. Well, that's pretty similar to also about that big theme of happiness that I've had for the last few years. So again, I've written that down in the magic that I want to create over the next 3 months. I'll give you another one just for another example. Just bear with me just for one moment. Yeah, I've said about how I want to be ever expanding. So the question I asked was, how can I be ever expanding? And the answer was, one of the answers was to do things I have never done. So what I've done here also in my what magic will I create in the next 3 months, or to the end of March 2023, or the end of that 3 month period, or whatever block time you work in, I've also put in there is to do things that I've never done. Okay, now I've already accomplished that one already. I've just started Hapkido, which is like a form of martial arts, and I wanted to do something I've never done. I went and tried that out. I've signed up. I'm going to do it 2 nights a week. Absolutely love it. I know that it's going to help me for my sports, especially golf and tennis and anything else. And cycling, I'm going to take up cycling this year as well, as in competition cycling. So I've been really working hard on training for that as well. So, doing things that I've never done. Never competed in cycling races. That's what I want to do. I have competed in triathlons, but not cycling races as such, and things have changed so much when I did triathlons 30 years ago. So we'll see what the cycling side of things is like, but it looks really cool. I'm really looking forward to doing that. I want to compete in tennis, compete overseas and play some tournaments, and do the same with golf. I'd love to do all of that kind of thing. So there's a lot of things that I'm doing here is I want to focus on doing things that I've never done. Now, so what I've done there is then for each one-worded description of how I wanted to feel, for each one of those ones where I've put in my, free-flowing answers, I've pulled out something from each one and put down what I want to create, what magic I want to create for the next 3 months. I know I'm sort of repeating it a bit, but I just want to get that message across to you. Now, from that, this is where we go into number 4, is what we want to do then is we're going to ask the question then is we're going to divide it up into the months. What magic will I create in January? Well, January's just been and gone, but you know what I'm talking about. What do I want to create? What magic will I create in February? What magic will I create in March? Okay, and then from that, question 3 was what magic will I create in the next 3 months? Those answers that you've given there, what I want you to do is find places to put them in for, especially February and March. Let's say the next 2 months especially. What is it that you're going to do over that period? Because I'm going to come back to you like at the end of March and we're going to go back through this list and then we're going to talk about this moving forward for the next few months. Okay, so don't get rid of it. Hold on to it. Keep it in a journal or a book or something. So what I want you to do now is put those in those months. What are the things out of all that magic that you're going to create over the next few months? Where are you going to put them? What are you going to put in February? What are you going to put in March? And I'm going to give you some examples just to make it easy for you so that you know what I'm talking about. So what I'll do is I will I'll share January because January's just gone. So I'll share January with you what I had put there, and then what we then do from that. Okay. All right. So January was make everything fun and easy, being me and happy every day, ride my bike, feel unlimited, be aligned every day. And what that aligned means is just like feeling really calm and at peace within. To feel alignment, that's the same thing. To feel light and free, to be kind to everyone, always do things that make my heart sing, to build something or create something, have incredible magical power, love myself unconditionally, and do things that I've never done. Okay, so that's what I put through January. And then what you then do from that, and this is what I did, was out of all of those things that I wanted to have in January, I then put a D as in daily or a W as in weekly next to it in what I wanted to create, whether it was I was going to do that daily or I was going to do that weekly. All right, so you see how what we're doing is we're just breaking things down into what we're wanting to create. Now you might be doing this and you might just completely focus on your sport, you might completely focus on your golf, you might be completely focused on your tennis, you might completely focus on whatever the sport is, but it's all fine. I'd like you to do it with lots of, like, not just your golf or your sport. I want you to do that with everything in your life, because the sports side of things will come out of it anyway. Okay, so I've just listed daily and weekly what I wanted to create in January, and then what I then did was I took a page out and I had January 2023, and then I had 4 questions in there. Daily, what is it that I wanted to do daily? Well, I just shared with you some things that I wanted to do daily, which I'll share with you again. So daily, what were the things that I wanted to do weekly? Because those were the things that, we put a D or a W next to. So day for daily, week for weekly. And then how you're going to create it daily, and then how you're going to plan out the week, okay? Or what you're going to do in that week. So daily, and you could do the page in quarters. So like quarter 1 would be daily, and then you put everything underneath. So for example, daily I've gone, make everything fun and easy, be happy, feel unlimited, be aligned every day, feel light and free, be kind to everyone, do things make my heart sing, incredible magical power, love myself unconditionally. Weekly, in the next quarter, I put ride my bike, build something or create something, do things I've never done, do things that make my heart sing. Then in the next quarter, I've put how do I want to create it daily. So things of like those things that I want to make everything fun and easy, be happy, be unlimited, be aligned, light and free, kind to everyone, and so on. I put, how do I create it daily? Well, I meditate, I train at the gym, I smile and say hello to people, I think of something lovely to say, I set intentions for what I want to accomplish during the day, I'm clear on the day what I want to do and create, and I make it happen. Okay? And then the fourth quarter would be planning out the week. What are the things that I want to accomplish in the week? And those were the things that I work on during the week also. Ride somewhere that I've never been to on my bike before. Write a chapter of my book. Create a golf video or a podcast episode or a program, or create an upcoming clinic that I want to share with people, or an upcoming mentor program that I'm putting together for sport and for golf. Create something for Focus International. So I've been working with a friend of mine, Caroline, hello. She's quite keen. We've got something in the mix that we're going to put together for Focus International. That's what I'm going to call a company of mine in the future. That name's still available. Practice golf, practice tennis, work in the garden, work on the rockery, right? So those are some things that I want to create in that month. And that's what I focused on for that time in that month. So when you start breaking things down into more simple pieces, you start like with the big picture, like we looked at, what we wanted to create over the next 10 years, and then just got you to think more outwardly and more expansively than maybe where you're at right now. And then what we started to do was we started to look at how we wanted to feel. Because big thing I'm really focused on now, and again, that's been a lot of discovery that I've been really working on the last couple of years, is how I want to feel, how I want to feel when I'm playing golf, how I want to feel when I'm playing tennis, what kind of things that I need to be feeling. Same with now Hep Keto, which I've just started. Even when I've been cycling, how do I want to feel? When I'm training at the gym, how do I want to feel? What are the movements that my body needs to also feel? What connections internally do I need to make? What focus do I need to create? So it's all about the focus of the feeling, okay? And there'll be an episode coming out on feeling and what to look for and all of that kind of thing that I'll share with you soon that you'll get. But that's been the big focus. So what we're looking at in that second question was like, how do you want to feel? Right? Happy. I mean, we all want to be happy, don't we? We want to be at peace within. We want to it be incredible. We want to be amazing. We want to be passionate. We want to be vibrant, right? So that was the thing. I wanted you to look at how you wanted to feel, and then we wanted to break that down. So the next one was how we're going to break that down. How am I going to feel vibrant? What are the things that are going to make me feel vibrant? And then you list everything, okay? Then we took that and then we went from how we wanted to feel in each area of how our feelings were in how we described ourselves. And then we looked at, okay, well, what is it that I really want to create in the next 3 months? What magic will I want to create in my life in the next 3 months? And then you took pieces out of each one of those, of what are those things that's actually going to make you feel like what you'd like to feel, right? Or what you'd like to create. And then what we did from that in those months, those 3 months, then we broke it down into month by month. See where we're headed? And then we went from the month by month, how are we going to break it into like daily and weekly? What are the things that we want to accomplish? Okay? So that's what I want you to be really looking at. So if you're looking at it from a sports perspective, we'll use golf for an example, then what are the things like daily that you'd like to feel in your golf? Like when you're playing or when you're playing your sport, what are the things that you would like to feel on a daily basis when you're playing? Do you want to feel focused? Do you want to feel energized? Do you want to feel vibrant? How are you going to create that? What are the ways in which you can feel vibrant and focused? How are you going to connect with the feeling of, good contact with the ball, or how are you going to execute that serve in tennis, or how are you going to do that kick in Hapkido, for example, because now I'm doing Hapkido, I've got to mention that, of course. But I want you to be looking at how you're going to create those things daily, and what are the other things that you're going to do throughout the week that's also going to contribute to that. So if you've got an area in your game that's lacking, like your serve in your tennis is not that crash hot and it's quite weak, well, how are you going to build up strength? How are you going to build up consistency in that? With your golf swing, how are you going to build up that consistency in your golf swing? Because that's what everyone comes to me for lessons for, is how to get consistent. So I want you to be asking yourself the question, what are the things that I need to do to be consistent? Have lessons, good idea. Focus on breaking your swing down and really understanding how your swing actually works. That'd be a great idea. Focus on good contact with the ball. Great idea. So that's what those types of things I want you to be looking at from a daily and weekly basis, how you're going to make that happen in that month, right? And then you move on to the next month and you look at, okay, what have I created for next month? Like for February, I'm going to look at that. So reset for February, go through all of that throughout February. What am I going to do throughout March? I'm going to focus on that. How am I going to do that? And then you explain it all, just like what we've done, okay? So I hope that really makes sense to you. I'm just going to quickly tell you those questions again. Hopefully wherever you listen to this will be, the questions will not be written down below for you, because I want you to actually listen to the episode. But wherever it is, wherever you listen to this, I'd love it if you could leave a comment below about what you like best about what you heard today. So question 1, what do I want my life to be over the next 10 years? Question 2, what does life look like to me? Right? So we describe it in one word, how it feels for you, right? What it looks like to you. Happy, creative, inspiring, passionate, whatever those words are. Write as many as you like. 2B, question 2B, not to be or not to be. Question 2B, how can I be happy? Right? And you write a whole list of things that's going to make you happy. How can I be passionate? And you write a whole list of things about how you can be passionate. So you're really explaining it in more detail. So it's getting you to expand and open, okay? So that you're not feeling limited in anything. The next question, question 3, is what magic will I create in the next 3 months, or until the end of, March 2023, or the end of April 2023, or the end of whatever year you are in, okay? Because this is applicable for everything. I really like this. I'm going to use this for the rest of my life the way I'm going, because I really like how I've created this. Number 4, what magic will I create in the months of February and March, for example, or January, February, March, or April, May, June, whatever those months are that you're listening to this episode. Take that, what you got from 3, put them into those months of what you want to create in those months. Then what you want to do is then you want to break it down and put a D or a W next to it. D meaning daily, W meaning weekly in that month. What is it that you're going to create daily? What is it you're going to create weekly? And then you break it down into a quarter for the month. So you go January 2023, February 2023, or whatever month you're in, April 2023. And I want you to do set up a quarter on the page. Like on the page, do quarters. One title is daily, one title is weekly, one is how do I create it daily, one is, and then the plan out the week, what you're going to do during weekly, and then you're going to put that in place of how you're going to make that happen. Okay? So I hope you really enjoyed today's episode. I couldn't wait to share this with you. I've given it a bit of time before I've actually shared it with you, because I just wanted to get it right for me before I could share it with you. Really love it if you could share with me what you like best about what you heard, and also send me an email. I'd love to hear what you've put together, okay? Or leave a comment below, of what you've put together, and if this has motivated you or inspired you on how you can create some really great things in your life and get you to think outside the box. I'd really appreciate that if you could let me know how you feel about that one and what you've discovered. And then I want you to tee it high, let it fly, and then I want you to dream big, believe in you, go after your dreams, go out there, make it happen. And I wish you much happiness today, much awesomeness, create some magic in your life today, and I look forward to hearing from you real soon. Take care for now. Bye. Before you go, do you want consistency in your golf game? Focus will help you do just that. It is my lessons learned from sport and how to apply them to accomplish your golf dreams and goals. Get a copy of Focus today. Go to tiffany-mika.com to get your copy of Focus there. Dream big, believe in you, go after your dreams. Once you've done that, tee it high, let it fly.